next level.
Hello, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is a special Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine featured. Well, this is actually our contributing writers coming to say happy 4th of July. So I have some of our amazing and wonderful contributing writers that are going to come on and join me taking center stage on the Own It published magazine and publishing platform is our Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine's contributing writers. Let me go ahead and bring them on in. Hey, what's going on, Dr. Jeffrey?
Hello. Happy 4th.
Dr. Jeffrey's out there getting in those steps.
Absolutely.
Hey, we've got Mr. Jeffrey JLE Edwards. How
What up,
are
guys?
you?
Happy 4th, everybody.
Right. And we got another one joining too. Let's see. We've got Teresa Palmer's in the house.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome.
And we also got Audrey Link. Hello, Audrey. Coming
Happy
in.
4th of July, Americans.
Audrey's coming in from Canada. Welcome. So everyone, welcome today to our Phoenix Fitness Fanatics magazine. Happy 4th of July. Happy, healthy 4th of July. I hope that you all are out there getting it in like Dr. Jeffrey's doing. We're going to share a few things that we're doing to just be able to celebrate today and celebrate ourselves for, just being us as well and being up and out, being active and being positive. So, Dr. Jeffrey, let's go ahead and just go around the room. What are you guys doing today to just elevate that mind, body, and spirit? And then share a little bit about, because everyone has so many resources that you are providing out there. So share a little bit of the resources that you provide, as well as just a special message for today. So Dr. Jeffrey, we'll start with you, please.
Thanks, Tiffany. Hi, everybody. Happy 4th, and thanks for joining us. Yeah, so right now I am walking because it's supposed to rain here in an hour, which is when I usually go out for my daily walks. I do 3 walks a day. In the morning, a heavy one in the afternoon, and then early evening. For a while there, I got out of sync and missed those. So the last 2 months, I've been really dedicated to getting off my butt out of the chair behind the computer and getting out there, because it is really so important. And that was part of my early journey in 2018 into 19, coming off of 5 meds and reversing my type 2 diabetes and reducing stress, anxiety, and depression that was at a 10 plus for decades down to a level 1. And it's been like that since August of 2019. So it's a matter of, just trying to stay as diligent as possible with regards to that exercise. And then that's the physical aspect of it, the mental. What are you doing mentally? Whether you're meditating, manifesting, sitting out on the grass, from that perspective, and emotional, that ties into the physical, mental, spiritual. How are you guiding yourself with, your own spirituality? And then finally, the finance part, because that's part of my big formula as abundance and optimum wellness. I believe we all should have the tools allowing us to create and live a life of abundance and optimum wellness, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. And that is what I'm all about. So
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Jeffrey. And thank you for being just such an example to us. I mean, I've heard your story of getting on the other side of diabetes. And even for myself, getting on that other side and being very consistent in that practice. That's really what it takes is that consistency of, getting up, getting yourself active. Movement is medicine. And I cannot
Right.
say it enough
Yeah,
that it really
absolutely.
and
Yes.
and being conscious and aware of the things that you're putting in your body, especially
Oh,
today, people are out at barbecues and things
Mm.
like that. Nobody's saying that you cannot have it, because when our brain hears that we cannot have it, we want it even more, and we're going to be that
yeah.
little kid inside, and we're going to have a tantrum, and we may eat a little bit more and indulge a little bit more. So if
Yeah.
you got a little taste of something, go ahead and have that little taste and give yourself grace and just enjoy the day. Don't overindulge. Just moderation is key, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. And I really encourage people to, start to be open to the true state of affairs that are out there, because there is more and more information coming out, being exposed about what is in our foods, what
Right.
is being sprayed in the air, so forth and so on. And awareness is key. Be aware, be informed, so then you can make an educated decision. Because the last year and a half to 2 years, we've made even more dramatic changes, learning about all of this stuff that is harming, the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Stay educated, Joe. So thank you, Dr. Jeffrey.
Yep.
So we're going to go over to
Thanks.
you, Jeffrey Edwards. Welcome, welcome. Share with us, how are you celebrating today? And I know you're on a journey yourself. And again, congratulations on all that you're doing on your health and wellness journey.
Mm.
So share with us and tell us how, what resources you have and what good stuff you got going on.
I have happy Fourth, everybody. Hope your day is awesome. I'm gonna do my 3 light workouts within the day. Go outside, get some vitamin D. This should be going on, I think, the 4th month with no slutting with the junk food, because we start talking like pies and cakes and pizza. No, no, no. Black Thor. We're gonna be looking like Black Thor in a few months. I got my peanuts. That's it. So stay in discipline. 'Cause, oh man, some days just get some pizza, Jeff. You can do it. Like no, don't do it. Stay focused.
No, I love it. I love it. And look, and your numbers are showing that what you're doing is working. So
hmm
just keep doing what
And the
you're
weight's
doing.
dropping off, baby. It's coming. Black Thor, the wig, the whole hookup, baby. You gonna see that picture and the cake.
So share with our audience a little bit about what you got coming up, what you got going on, because I know you got a few things going on right now.
I'm an hour and about 10 minutes into my comedy movie I'm working on writing. My latest book, Jail Leaves Day Devotional, is out. Where if you want some encouraging quotes for 365 days a year, it's out on Amazon. And I'm looking to maybe work on a Christian action movie. I had the idea a while ago.
Nice.
So think something like the Avengers, but some with revelation.
Oh, I like that. All right. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward
hmm
to that. Thanks, Jeffrey.
hmm
All right. We're going to come down to you, Teresa. Good
Uh,
morning. Good morning.
well, first, what I want to say, besides Happy Fourth to everyone, not just in the US, but really around the world, because we're all in everything together. So I'm wishing everybody the best today. And what I'm talking about is our self awareness and celebrating ourselves. And it starts
Mm.
with us. And Dr. Jeffrey and Jeffrey are two good examples of people that are starting with themselves. We often look outside ourselves for the answers, and that's not only in health, that's in everything, that's in our life. We expect someone else is going to come, or a group of people or an organization is going to come and rescue ourselves. And my message is clear to people, and it's a message that people sometimes have a little trouble hearing, because it starts with us. It starts with us being self-aware of what we individually need. And once you determine that, I would say Jeffrey is a good example because I know he went through a health thing and he was probably not paying attention to himself and his self awareness when that really happened because we play a role in our health and well being and in disease. And I know people don't always like to hear that, but everything starts with us. It starts with our self awareness, it starts with our inner knowing. And to me, that inner knowing comes from our heart. So once we could connect to our heart physically, by knowing what our heartbeat is, by emotionally, by processing and recognizing emotions, and spiritually, by tuning into our intuition and our inner knowing, that GPS, that's really where our health is. And that's where really we could turn anything around. And I think, from what I understand, Jeffrey is a great example of someone, and Dr. Jeffrey, they've both turned around. I think Jeffrey had a little bit more of a sudden crisis, correct? That kind
Mhm.
of said, wow, I need to be doing X, Y, and Z. And I think for Dr. Jeffrey, correct me if I'm wrong, I think yours too not only was, wow, this is what's happening, but I think it also evolved over a bit of time with you since you were a health coach. So, again, it all starts with you. Every day, do something that you like to do. What be active, but spend time with yourself. Do something that you like to do because it all starts with us and it
Mhm.
doesn't start with anybody else. And that extends to everything in the world. We have to be the change individually that we want to see happen in any circumstance, whether it be health, whether it be world volunteering, anything. It all starts with us. And that's my message. And that's what I'm working on is a program called Heart Consciousness, which actually I had been doing for a while with my patients, but focusing more on getting the message out that it starts with you, that there's this ancient wisdom, that the heart is our inner knowing, the seat of our soul. And we've lost that. And we need to get back to that connection to ourselves in order then to connect to everything else, even outside ourselves, and have good health and well being.
Oh, I love that, Teresa.
Hey,
I love
Tiffany, can I add to what Teresa was just saying?
that. Go ahead, Dr. Jeffrey.
Yeah, so Teresa, you're right on. And my whole journey really started when my doctor wanted to put me onto that eighth or sixth medication, and I was asking questions, and she said, "No, you have to be on medications for the rest of your life." And that's when the red flag flew up for me, and I stepped into my own wellness journey by being the CEO and started to
Yeah.
do my own research because I grew up in an era where we were taught to believe in and trust these doctors because they know what they're doing. Do they really? That's my question. Now, I don't take this away from every doctor out there because there's some really great professionals, but when you got somebody who's pushing, 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 pills, 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 and you're not getting any better, that told my gut feeling, that gut instinct, that something's wrong here. I need to reevaluate this journey that she has me on. 3 months after I came off all the meds, she kicked me out of her office. So we know what she's all about. Thank you.
Right. Wow. Wow. And you're so right. You have to listen to, your body and just really listen to that intuition. We know that gut feeling knows. So wow. So thank you guys.
That's true. That's
All
true.
right, we're gonna go ahead and go to you, Audrey. Go ahead and share. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Bye.
Thank you. Well, Canada celebrated our Canada Day on the 1st. So, I did my own self-care. I kind of got away from work and just did some stuff for myself. Um, and I'm actually writing in a book called She Thrives. It's a collaboration book, and my topic is self responsibility. So it's
Mm.
taking that self responsibility for our own self care. And my journey has been having a bladder infection that turned into a brain infection because I was going to doctors
Mm.
and getting the tests done. I was saying, the urine samples, the MRIs, the CT scans, all of that, and I was like, what is going on with me? Because it was right in here, right in my eyes. And bladder infections can get to your go to your brain.
Mm.
And so I got delirium. And for myself, I did take their medication. It did nothing because they're
Mm.
water based and our
Mm.
cells are oil based. And if, like everybody knows, water and oil don't mix. So,
Right.
sometimes the medications don't always work the way they should in our bodies. So, I'm an aromatherapist. And so I used essential oils to help me with my brain infection. And it was amazing, a night and day. I went from plus 500 to 250 in my white blood cell count, and so that like just wow, my brain started to be able to think. So that was kind of my story. So I do a lot of natural stuff as well, right? Ayurvedic, aromatherapy, and I've got a couple of courses actually coming up. So the She Thrive book is coming out in October, so that's exciting. But I've got a bunch of courses coming out as well. And the foundation for me is gut health. That's kind of our second brain, right? And what we eat, it really affects, right? The diabetes, for sure, the weight loss, all of that. So that also affects our sleep, our metabolic system, the stress, so the nutrition definitely is part of it. So those are kind of in combination mini courses that I've got going on. And yeah, so that's kind of what I do is I look to natural solutions for my own health, and that's stress as well.
Oh, I
Ah,
love it. I love it. I love it. And see, and like for myself, I do, it's like I do a balancing act, right? I do a lot. I do mostly the natural, but then, hey, there are times where you need,
Absolutely.
other things, right? So tell everyone. So we're going to go around the room and, let everyone know how they can connect with you. If you have, anything that is, I know, Dr. Jeffrey, you have your calls to educate people on what you're doing with the financial piece and how they can, definitely get that to that abundance, in their life. So let's go around the room. Dr. Jeffrey, we'll start with you. Just share with everyone how they can
Yeah.
connect with you and what you got going with what they can tap into.
Sure. Thanks, Tiffany. Yeah. So I am in the holistic financial fitness arena now, educating people about the technologies. We're in front of a paradigm shift right now, and there's a lot of great ground floor opportunities for those that are looking to diversify their financial portfolios. So this month, I'm running multiple webinars to educate people about the products and services that we promote and we offer. And when I got started, I'm like, I don't have money for high-end hotel resorts and that kind of stuff. We have programs that fit everybody's needs. 200, 500, 1,000, up to $50,000 packages, depending on what your interest is. But this will be the future for those who have grandkids, who are going to have great grandkids. That will be their future. And now is the great time to get in, get educated, and especially with what's going on in the United States with the AI technologies and the trillions of dollars that are being implemented with this, because we're accredited by Microsoft, Amazon Web Services. We just did a 2-year collaboration with Google, and we were just written up in Forbes magazine. So wherever this video you're seeing, I will put the information in there, and sign up for one of my, I do host 5 monthly webinars to teach people about this industry. Thanks very much.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Dr. Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey Edwards, how can they
Uh,
connect with you?
First one says shout out to Canada because I partied many nights in Windsor. It's right across the street from Detroit. Great place to be. They could reach out to my Instagram, Middle Ground with JLE. If you look it up, you'll see my handsome face. Or my TikTok or my Facebook, LinkedIn. Or you can email me at middlegroundwithjlellc@gmail.com.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. And if you all are interested in being interviewed, because you've got those interview shows as well, and I know
Yes,
you're
sir.
always looking for amazing people to take the stage with you. So definitely connect with Jeffrey here to get on his podcast. And again, let them know what are the three podcasts again, and what are the genres of those three podcasts.
Middle Ground with JLE, where interview amazing individuals, all career fields, help someone find their purpose. Sports Line with JLE and Marte. We talk a lot of trash, and my teammate is LeBron lover for some reason. And my third show, Ground Floor Social Panel Discussion Show. Talk about everything going on in the world. Great content, and I just checked analytics my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE. Go like, subscribe. I've got lifetime 29.3 thousand views, and I was shocked. Like, what? You clutched my pearls. Let's go. They actually watching this content, all these countries that's rock with me. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get it.
Yes, well, tapped in. So yes, this is how we connected. I was on the interview show, and as he was saying, it's his tagline was where you feel like family, right? And I really did feel like family there. So definitely tapped in, everyone. So all right, Teresa, how can they connect with you, and how can they get your book that you have out there as well?
Okay. Right now, the best way to connect with me is through Instagram. It's at well underscore being underscore gal. And pretty soon my website will be revamped. I'm in the process. I have someone helping me with that. And then I'll be offering a free gift on my website, which will be, it's a PDF. It's about 20 pages, and it's all about what is heart consciousness, self-awareness, and how do we think with our heart? uh, and connected to our brain, because our heart is actually the first brain that develops 3.5 weeks after conception, the brain in our head at 4 to 4.5 weeks, and then the brain in our gut develops around 4.5 to 5 weeks. So our heart is really the center of who we are, what we are. And that's what self awareness is all about. My book is called Heal Your Heart from Within. And I am a nurse practitioner. I do holistic cardiology, which means that I combine a lot of the Eastern practices, traditions, spiritual practices, and yoga and meditation along with traditional cardiac care. And to me, it's always and, it's never or, because there is a place for both. Like you said, Tiffany, there's a place for natural, but there are times when medications are needed, because sometimes the natural things don't have that extra oomph that's really needed. So it's always a combination of both. It's always natural, holistic, and traditional, so to speak, but there's always a balance. And what I teach people is really empowerment through heart consciousness. And empowerment is not only your self awareness, your self consciousness, but it's understanding yourself, having the knowledge and the tools of what you need to help yourself. And that's what my book is all about, because we do play an active role, not only in our health and well being, but in the development of our illness and disease. We tend to take ourselves out of the equation. And again, we depend on things outside of ourselves. So, although those things are good, diet, nutrition, exercise, all those things, if your body isn't in balance internally with your perceptions, your beliefs, how you feel about yourself, how you connect to yourself, awareness, and spiritually, those outside things aren't going to work as well. So I start from the inside out with people, teach them how to be empowered. And my book is called Heal Your Heart from Within. It's available on Amazon. It's published by Balboa Press and available through Balboa Press. And barnesandnoble.com. I'm also working on another book, which will be an expansion of it, which will really talk a lot about how do we really get empowered? You know, what is our self-empowerment? What is self-awareness? How do we connect that with our health, with disease, and preventing illness and disease?
Can't wait for that. Awesome. Thank you, Teresa. All right. Audrey, how can they connect with you?
Well, the best way is actually WhatsApp. um, uh, I'll put my phone number and stuff underneath the links, whatever. Yeah. So, and I'm on all the platforms: Facebook, LinkedIn, all of that. Uh, I'm also looking for. I'm just starting my podcast though, so I don't have that many views out
You're gonna
there.
get it. You're gonna get
Hey,
it.
yes,
I don't
you'll
have
get it
all those
exactly.
views,
Look, we'll
right?
help you out. We'll
But
help you out. That's what we're here
I'm
for.
just starting my podcast, and it's called Messy Me, and it's going to be messy to marvelous
Nice.
because we all
Okay.
have messy parts in our lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we
Yep.
might as well say what they are that way,
Hey.
because at least being aware of what they are, you can start fixing them and making them marvelous, right? We
Absolutely.
all weren't financial gurus there, right, Jeffrey? We had to start messy,
Right.
right? And with our health, we've got
Absolutely.
messy parts, and in our lives we've got messy parts. So that's what I'm going to talk about, is the messy parts of our lives, and how we can find tools and find uh, other people and other groups,
Awesome.
to start making them marvelous, for sure. So I'm also going to have that, all the episodes on YouTube and stuff like that. And yeah, so that's
Let
kind
them
of
know.
the thing
I'll
that
be a
I'm doing.
guest.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
and
think
all my
everybody
posts
here
and
would
stuff are
probably
going to be
love
on
to
there.
be a guest.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean, y'all got messy parts of your lives. Come and talk about them, right?
Come
And
on.
how
Buster
you're
Come
keeps
on.
sending
navigating
none.
through them. Yeah, how you're navigating
Look, and
through them.
that's gonna be
So,
and that's gonna be everyone, right, Audrey? Because I'm sorry if you say you don't have any messy parts, you're lying.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And
We all
it
got
may
something
take years.
messy.
Yeah, it may take years to get the marvelous, but that'll happen. That'll happen
That's
for
right.
sure.
That's
And
right.
that's in all, that's in your health, that's in your mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, everything. Everything, we're going to talk about it. So, yeah, um, if you're listening to this and you want to get involved in it, send me a message.
Awesome. Awesome. I love it. I love it. Well, everyone, I just want to thank you so much for just taking some time out today. It's the holiday and y'all are still showing up for our community because we love them and we just have these heartfelt messages for you all out there. So, again, you all, I just want to thank you again for being a part of my family, okay? Because you guys are family for life. Thank you for serving our community and just really
Shout out to
sharing
him.
your knowledge, your wisdom, your personal experience, because it is definitely making a difference. And I just cannot just thank you all enough. So go and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a safe and happy holiday. Everyone, thank you so much for
Thank you.
joining us
Hey,
today.
Tiffany, before you go, we're shouting out to you and loving you, applauding you, supporting you, and thanking you from the bottom of our heart for providing this platform, Phoenix Fitness Magazine, to be able to share our stories and provide hope for others who are really looking for it out there. So thank you so much. We love you.
Oh, thank you,
Absolutely.
Jeffrey. Thank you, Dr. Jeffrey. Love you guys. Have an amazing
Thank
day.
you.
Happy 4th. See you next time, everyone.